What up, Chicken Nuggets? Tyler here with the Sports Cards Are Dope podcast. And today I want to talk about licensed versus unlicensed sports cards because Panini done lost that license like an Easter egg hunt and they're about to find it. One time we found an Easter egg a year after at the next Easter. Gift that keeps on giving. Didn't ask for that information. We're talking about Panini getting unlicensed stuff. They released some of the images for like Kabooms, things that they got coming up. And so I want to chat about it with you guys. And if you're on YouTube, as always, I would love in the comments, give your thoughts. Keep it kind, but I would love your thoughts on it. Are you still going to roll with some of those inserts, or are you like completely out on Panini and rolling with tops now? Let your boy know, but first we're going to hit you with that intro, baby. So the question we're facing as collectors is, does the license make the card or does the card make the card? And that wasn't trying to push you one way or another. That's the debate we got. And that's what we're trying to figure out. Like if you're sitting at a show and somebody walks up and they've got hey, here's $1,000 kaboom of your favorite player. I just bought a kaboom, Jerry McCain. I would get it down, but I'll knock down all my ghost rights. Kaboom, Jerry McCain. Somebody walks up to me and is like, hey, here's $600. Do you want to buy this Jared McCain kaboom? And he's like turned to the side doing a layup, so you can't really see that his jersey isn't licensed. And I wouldn't know, like, say 2 years ago when Panini had the license, am I buying the new one now? Or are you out? Are you like, nah, I just like Panini between the years of 2010 to, 2025? Those are the only years I like it. So where do you stand on it? So let's break it down. If you don't know what licensed versus unlicensed mean, it means that that company has the license with, Major League Baseball or football or basketball to be able to print those team, like the team can be featured. Really everything else the same. Again, some of the Photoshop jobs looked like they were done in like an 11th grade intro to marketing class. But again, I'm sorry if you work for one of these companies that made those. I'm so sorry, but also some of them are just absolute dog water. All right, they're awful. Like you should literally just replace like Celtics with dog water on the jersey because some of those Photoshop jobs aren't good. Now, what I noticed, and Topps did the same thing. Some of the like on the unlicensed when they didn't have the license, but they're still making the cards, they put more effort into bigger cards. So like a lot of the Wimbies, like he's turned to the side and you can see like his name and his number. Can't see the Spurs part because they weren't allowed to, but he's like holding the basketball like he's like posing in a really dope 1990s senior photo. Or they'll have LeBron like look like he has the ball here and it covers it up. Like there's some that do a good job at it with these companies. But this is the first, again, since I got back into collecting, this is the first huge shift I've been a part of. And so it's going to be really interesting to me seeing where not all like the base cards, like the ones they don't put the effort into, like I get it. But these images they've released, like some of the kabooms look the exact same as the old kabooms. They just, if you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that they're turning this side or that what they're doing, like, or they're just like putting on the, what is it? Not immaculate, but some of them with the jersey, like they have it over their front and they see their head up there. It's like, we have to decide for these cards, is it emotional or are we going to like stick to the kaboom era? Because there's a lot of flippers that are like, they're kaboom flippers. They go to shows, they buy kabooms, they flip kabooms. Like that's what they're known for. That's what people go to them for. And they essentially go out and hunt those for the people that they sell to. What are collectors going to do? Are they going to revolt? They're going to switch? What are we going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with it long term? With this, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think is going to happen. My thoughts personally, I think if the card is done well, I don't think it matters as much. If it doesn't make me think about it, I'm okay with it. It's like when you're watching a movie. Have you ever watched a movie and it's like, the people, there's companies that pay movies to like insert their products, like Avengers, it was, Mazda or Acura or whatever it was. There was a car company involved. There's Pepsi, see somebody drinking a Pepsi in a movie. And it's like, they do it subtly a lot and people don't even notice to the point where you're like, I didn't know they did that. That means they're doing it very subtly. But there are times whenever they do it and they make it obvious, like the camera's facing a certain way and you see the Pepsi logo as they take a long drink before they say something important. And you're like, oh, they got paid $2 million to put that clip in there. Like they did that to help their marketing budget. When you notice, you can't unnotice. But if you can build it, if if Panini can do a better job if they can do a great job at cleaning these, I'm sorry, let me say this better. If they can do a better job of making it not look obvious, I think they can hold a lot of value. Like the Kabooms, those have a place. Downtowns, like all these things, like people love them. They want it to keep going. If you give them a reason to let the value stay high, they'll do it. I've noticed that in this hobby. There are niches for every piece of this. There are people that collect random everything. I got probably the largest Beanie Baby insert collection in the world because I bought a collection and somebody was into it. Actually, I think he was trying to get his wife into collecting cards because he was into it. And so he just collected all the Beanie Babies for her. Beanie Baby cards, not Beanie Babies, Beanie Baby cards. Did anybody else when they were a kid think that they were investing in their future when they bought Beanie Babies? My mom would take me to the Hallmark store every day after we go to Subway, and I would go in and try to buy. Did y'all get any new Beanie Babies? I was like trying to get the release because I thought in 2 years I was going to be able to resell it all and buy a car. Bottom dropped out. I sold them all to my mom for $50. True story. With this licensed, unlicensed, we have to decide like what I think they want to. It just depends on the logo. That's my final opinion is what does it look like? My favorite cards to collect, the ones that I drop the most money on, are Tyson Beck, and he does not have licenses. He has it with the player, like they're officially licensed with the player because he does direct to them. And he's worked with Topps. He's worked with licensing that he's had to put logos on stuff. But he does it in a way where you can't tell that he doesn't have the league licensing. He makes the card look so good. It looks better than 99% of the cards that these companies that make tens or hundreds of millions of dollars that they pay to get made. This one dude makes it look better. I just paid, it was like, I think I got 2 Nikola Jokic cards, 1 auto with the patch and 1 just the patch. I spent like $2,000 on those 2 cards. I could have gotten a licensed, flawless on-card auto with a piece of jersey for probably $2,000 of Nikola Jokic. I didn't want that because in my collection and what I have, and also what I think is going to be valuable in the future, it's about the card, not even that license logo. Yes, I think it impacts the look of what you can do, but if they're made a certain way, I think it doesn't matter. Like this card right here, I'll tell you this, one of the most valuable cards in my collection that I keep showing apparently every video is this Steph Curry Tyson Beck Night Night. This is not licensed. Over the top of it, like you can see a little bit of the Warrior stuff, but he covered it up so he didn't get, sued. It says Steph Curry, 4X Finals champion, Finals MVP, and it's covering it up a little bit. Like that doesn't bother me. I don't notice that he's trying to cover that up. It might as well be licensed to me. I don't care, and this card looks gorgeous, and it, can sell for over probably 10, 12 grand minimum. PSA upcharged me thinking it was worth 12 to 14 grand. So, like, its value is there, even though, like, you could get a licensed Steph Curry auto for $700. This is unlicensed, it goes for 10 to 12. It's because of what he's doing. The night, the low, like, numbered out of 10, like, all of that. It matters more about the card. The difference maker is going to be, what do the cards look like? If they look like trash, we're all going to bounce. And again, they could, like, say they look for trash for a year or two and then they get it together and say they hire Tyson Beck, like, Tyson, you're doing really good at this. You create all of our cards, do all of our designs. They all go through you. And he does an incredible job. They're still going to, like, have that 2 years where they ruined it. Like, they need to start now. And don't just do it for the better, high-end, more popular players. Because there's so many times where you don't know certain players are going to pop off in 2 or 3 years. Tyrese Maxey 2 years ago, I bet you the unlicensed companies weren't putting a lot of effort into his stuff. Now he's an all-star starter. Like, you don't know who's going to pop off. And then when people go back to find their rookie cards or their previous big cards, they're going to want them to look good. Do it for all of them. That's the requirement. You have to invest in making all of your cards look dope, or else you're going to lose so much in the market and people are going to just push you to the side. You're going to be, I don't want to talk bad about like Leaf or any of these other ones because I think they're like some of my favorite cards are Leaf cards. Like I have cards, I've purchased them and I like them. They're not licensed. Like current Upper Deck, I still go buy some of those dope inserts they have. And so like it is all in how the design looks going forward. So I think that there's still going to be a Kaboom market going forward because I think they're going to put more effort into the Kabooms. They know that's the big chase. And so I think as long as they keep doing it there and then ideally do it for all the other cards, but at least those big insert cards, I think there's still going to be a market moving forward for those. And we actually have proof of concept of this because Upper Deck lost the license 20 years ago. But they still come out with like a few years ago they launched that Metal Universe stuff. They brought the same designers, started doing Metal Universe cards again. You know, we think of the 90s PMGs, you know, the red, the green background of those Metal Universe cards. They've redone them. Yes, it's not to the level of the 90s license stuff, but if you go on to try to buy like a Michael Jordan unlicensed PMG card from 2 years ago, you're still going to pay thousands of dollars for that card. Again, not equivalent to the 90s, but in 20, 30 years, there's only so many. There's only 110 of the green and red PMGs from 1997 Metal Universe. Once those 110 are collected, people are going to want to own them, but they can't, and they're going to have to look to other areas. And I think it's going to filter down to these other stuff, these unlicensed stuff that is comparable. So as long as they keep leaning into what worked and do it in a way like, you know, your National Treasures, your Immaculate, your Kabooms, all those inserts and the valuable cards, as long as you can keep making them look dope, I think you can keep a lot of that market share for those. It won't be as much because you can't like get you know, not hit one of the big ones and then be like, oh cool, I can still sell this rookie or do this, whatever. It's going to be way less demand for those unlicensed like base stuff, but the higher end stuff you could do really well with. And I'm begging you, please do it for all of them because it matters. I promise it matters to collectors. They don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm searching for a Kaboom. I didn't get a Kaboom, but I've got like 12 of these trash looking Photoshop jobs. Like, try to make them all look good. That's what I'm begging you, Panini. They're big time listeners, but I think that's going to be the test going forward. Granted, I'll be honest, like, and again, we are a hobby of attention, if you will. And Topps has been just absolutely crushing it with the insert game. Like, there's so many good inserts they have. Like, I want to get all the Steph Curry inserts. Like, I want them all. Gotta catch them all. And so it's been hard for me to pick and choose which ones I want to get. But because, you know, I only got so much amount of money, I ain't trying to, you know, buy and flip. I'm selling, trying to sell, but they ain't going as quick. I ain't going as quick. They're going, and I'm trying to save up money and buy the bigger stuff that I want. So I just think Topps is going to keep owning a lot of this attention, especially now that they're doing such a good job marketing and getting into these, you know, the sports market, not just sports card market. I think Topps is going to keep getting more and more of that attention. And I think that as we get more and more people jumping in this hobby, we're going to try to educate people about Kabooms and stuff like that and licensed versus unlicensed. I think as long as the cards still look dope, I don't think these new people are going to care as much as we do, as long as they look dope and they know they're not buying into something that is going to have zero value in the future. So that's my advice. Hopefully Panini keeps making stuff look cool. If not, you know, whatever. I don't have stock in Panini. They ain't sponsoring this, but Panini, you want to sponsor? Holla at your boy. Just kidding. We will take checks so we can buy more Jordan Poole cards and buy them Steph Curry inserts. What if I got sponsored by Panini and use the sponsor money to buy more top Steph Curry inserts? It's a circle of life, baby. All right, that's what I got. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, shout out Chicken Nugget Nation. If you're a part of Chicken Nugget Nation, we're giving away this Mac Jones rookie Genesis PSA 10. I think it's like what is that? 50 to 100 bucks. I ain't comped in a while. Giving this away to somebody at Chicken Nugget Nation. Go to sportscardsaredope.com. It's our Patreon group. Sportscardsaredope.com. Sportscardsaredope.com. If you want to join. If not, no problem. Y'all be good. Stay sweet and never stop collecting. Sports cards are dope. So are you. Later, y'all.